Today we got some good old fried chicken. Trying to.
No, you don't. You're good.
Okay. So all right, got my oil going here, and in my bag for my dredge. Just to let you know, I got a tablespoon of Hungarian paprika. It's not hot. It's just smoked paprika. Onion powder, tablespoon of garlic powder, um, tablespoon of oregano, tablespoon of celery salt, and parsley. So my chicken, what I did this morning when I got up, is that I put it in a brine. You probably can't see the brine, but in the brine, I had to make my own buttermilk because I didn't want to buy a whole big thing of buttermilk. And plus they didn't really have buttermilk. So what I did was I took some regular whole milk and I added 2 tablespoons of white vinegar to it. So it's a pseudo buttermilk, if you will. So that's how my chicken has been brining. And I did it this morning about 9 o'clock. Let it sit in the brine for at least a couple hours. I'll say about 3 or 4. But it's even better when you can do it overnight or longer.
So does it have to be a buttermilk brine, or can you do like a salt and pepper brine?
You can do a salt and pepper brine. I mean, anything that you want in it. And also in the brine, what I added is, of course, salt. And I got my black peppercorns in here. And I added my favorite hot sauce because I kind of wanted to get some more flavor in the chicken. So I'm going to do this old-fashioned way, the way I would show. Just put the chicken in the bag. Take the bag.
Shake it up.
Shake.
So it's not overly coated.
No, I'm not going to go from the bag back into the brine, and I'm not double battering. So just a light coating, and I'm going to go through this process real quick, and then we're going to start frying this chicken.
And what temperature are you trying to get the oil at?
I like to get the oil about 350.
I can hold that.
Okay. Let me know where I'm at.
I will.
And you don't have to use a brown paper bag.
You can use dredging plates.
Yeah, you can do a dredge station where you have your flour. If you want to do like an egg wash and then into flour, you can do it that way. But I like the brown paper bag method. You can also use a plastic bag. Put it all in there like that.
We're over temp right now. We're sitting at about 375.
375?
Yeah.
All right, pull it. Grab something from the baby and pull out the heat.
Sure. And you're going to do it in a cast iron as opposed to like deep frying. You're doing a shallow fry.
Yes, cast iron. But if you've got a Dutch oven, if you want, you can do it that way. It's just fine. You don't want your oil too hot because the outside will brown.
And the inside will stay raw.
Yes. And, you know, with me, the way I like to make sure my chicken is done, you'll see here after I get it into the oil and let it get nice brown and crispy, I'll take it out and actually put it in the oven. Like these big thighs right here, they're not going to cook the same as these little thighs. Well, I'm going to show you in a second what the little thighs look like. So
we've got 6 thighs, all kind of different sizes, or 4 thighs?
4 thighs.
4 thighs in different sizes.
Actually, we got 5 thighs.
Ooh. Look at that. We got a bonus piece. And as soon as you're done grabbing that last piece, I'm going to show them the buttermilk dredge.
Okay. And again, like I said, you don't have to use a brown paper bag, but that's
old school, Mark, Texas.
That's the way that, you know, my grandma did it. So that's what I'm doing.
And how much milk do you think you put in there?
Probably about 1/4 cup of milk.
Okay.
2 tablespoons of vinegar.
Okay, so 1/4 cup of milk, 2 tablespoons of vinegar, and I'm going to be very careful. At least I'm going to try to be. You know what? I'm not even going to do it that way. I know exactly how I'm going to do it.
Can you give me my tongs, man?
Yes, I can give you your tongs.
Did I say tongs?
You did.
She keeps taking my tongs. I don't understand it.
So the buttermilk consistency looks about like this, and it has pepper flake, garlic. What else is in there, babe?
Well, this one right here is just garlic, salt, and hot sauce.
Garlic, salt, and hot sauce.
Yeah.
And then the black peppercorns.
Yeah, my habanero hot sauce is one of my favorites. But you can use Frank's Red Hot, or you don't have to put it in there at all. Salt and pepper is fine and brine. You don't even have to do buttermilk if you don't want to.
And at this point, the cast iron isn't even on the heat, but it's still quite sizzly.
Yeah. The thing I love about the cast iron is that it retains heat. It's beautiful. Skin side down. Do not overcrowd this pan. By all means, don't do that. And the temperature is going to drop because I just put cold chicken in there. And leave it on each side for about 2 or 3 minutes and just flop back and forth. And again, you don't have to put this in the oven. I just do it that way just to make sure that, you know, I got my chicken cooked through. It's not going to lose any crispiness. But yeah, if I had a gas stove, I probably wouldn't stick it in the oven because I can control the temperature a lot better by turning the heat up, the fire up and down. But it's electric, so 1 minute it'll just be streaming hot, and you turn it down, and then it's still streaming hot.
There's no
in between point.
Yeah, there's no true temperature gauge with electric.
Yeah.
So you said how long on the skin side?
About 2 to 3 minutes, but just, you know, just kind of judge it, look and see, because you want it to get brown.
Golden brown and delicious?
Yep, GBD, as they say.
And what did you have in your dredge again? I'm sorry.
In the flour?
In the flour, yes.
Tablespoon of regular Hungarian Paprika, tablespoon of onion powder. I don't know if y'all can see that. See onion powder, tablespoon. About a half tablespoon of oregano. Dang, we out of oregano.
We're not out of oregano. I've got a stash hiding.
Oh, okay. Hiding from me?
I'm hiding the stash.
A tablespoon of parsley, dry parsley. I went with celery salt this time, tablespoon. You can go with regular salt. You can go with seasoned salt, but you definitely want some salt in your dredge.
You already said the onion powder.
I already said onion powder? Okay.
Garlic powder.
Garlic powder, tablespoon. Doesn't matter which kind. And I fresh ground some black pepper. Y'all can see that. Yeah, there we go.
So the black pepper, we either use the mortar and pestle or we use a coffee grinder that we usually use as a spice grinder. That's our go-to.
Okay. See, at first you said it was what?
375.
375. See how the temperature just dropped down?
It's now 333. Okay.
333. Because that chicken jumped in there and it immediately went right down. So if you can control the temperature in your cast iron, what have you. Now also you can use a Dutch oven and put the lid on it, and that also cooks the chicken even faster because you got the steam trapped in there and the oil, but you got to stay with it because you don't want to grease fire.
Let me see if I can show you the chicken.
So.
Look at that deliciousness. Are any of them golden brown delicious yet?
Got a chicken.
Oh, it's getting there.
Mm-hmm.
And for us, golden brown delicious really does mean golden brown delicious. It does not mean Cajun style, burnt, black, dark brown. We want the golden brown delicious.
Another piece.
Okay.
Inside down.
And so do you want another pan for the 3 pieces to go into the oven, or are you going to put them right onto that?
Put them right back on there. As soon as I get this last piece in here,
Yeah?
I'm just making sure this oil is above low.
Right. And then you want me to just rinse that real quick
Sure.
of the dredge? Okay.
And just keep checking your oil temperature. So you want to keep the oil while you're doing this at least at 325, no higher than 350. Because all you're going to end up doing is just burning the outside of your chicken.
I'll get that.
So now I got all 5 pieces in here. And I know the oil's not going to bubble over. And already got my oven set to 350. And I'm going to put these in the oven for at least 15 minutes tops, but I'll constantly keep checking them. And what I'm going to look for on the internal temperature is 163 to 165. Because once I take them out, they're going to keep coasting. If you get to 170, 180, they're a little overcooked, but they still be juicy. They're thighs. Don't forget, they're thighs. If it's a chicken breast, they get to 170, 180, you got level. Go ahead and make you a chicken salad. You're going to need that mayonnaise.
So at this point, your first 3 big pieces are probably about to go in the oven.
Well, they're going to go
onto that.
I'll give you exactly what I said you want to do.
That's okay.
Just make them.
That's all right. That's what we got towels for.
Yep. You got that?
Yeah.
Okay.
We go through at least 2 dish towels a day, I think. But we're in the kitchen quite a bit.
Yeah. So now, if you stay in here and kept flipping them back and forth, you can leave them in this cast iron, in this grease. You just have to work with the temperature. Make sure it stays right.
Okay, I missed it because I was at the sink. What's the internal temperature you're looking for?
When it's done, about 165, because it's going to coast up from 165 to about 170.
Okay. And the coasting is when you pull that from the oven, or pull that from there, you tent it with aluminum, don't you?
No, I don't.
Oh, you don't because of the fried chicken.
Yeah. I just let it sit. If it was baked chicken, I probably would. I mean, you could do that, I guess.
No. I understand why you wouldn't, because you want that crispy fried skin.
Yeah. See, it's not a lot of batter, so all that right there is good old fried chicken skin.
Yes. Hallelujah. And please know, we do not eat fried food often, but when we have a hankering for some fried chicken, Chris gets a couple pieces of thighs or legs or whatever the case may be, usually thighs, more meat, brown, juicy deliciousness, and we'll eat on that for maybe a day, and then our hankering is done.
So now, mind you, this chicken is not cooked through.
Can you come close to the video so they can see it?
This chicken I'm taking out right now, it's not cooked through. So that's why I'm going to stick it in the oven.
And you said about 10 to 15 minutes in the oven?
Yeah, about that. But again, it depends on your oven, for one, the size of the chicken, and then 2, at the end of the day, you got to test it. Even you got to take one piece out and make it the sacrificial lamb, if you will.
Yes.
And cut it open.
The sacrificial fried chicken piece.
Yes. Because if you see any blood, put it back in the oven.
Yeah. We don't do bloody poultry.
No. And again, I can continue cooking this in the oil until it's completely done. But I don't trust this electric stove.
What oil do you use?
This time I use vegetable oil, but you can use canola. No olive oil here, folks. No olive oil. Save the olive oil for your salad or another preparation. I'll give that time.
Yes.
And when I put it in the oven, I know you probably say this is shake and bake, but no.
You're uneven, baby.
Oh, it ain't shake and bake. It's fry and bake.
So for those that joined late, what went into we have the dredge bag with the flour, the Hungarian parsley, the celery salt, the oregano, parsley, garlic powder, and onion powder, and black peppercorn.
Yeah.
So we didn't use any regular salt in this. It was just the celery salt.
Yes.
Okay.
The only reason I use celery salt because I just had a taste for it. Again, I mean, you can use
garlic salt or regular
garlic salt. Regular salt.
And there was you didn't put any red pepper flake in it.
No.
But you did have hot sauce in your buttermilk dredge.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, folks, this is going into the oven now for the next 10 minutes, or 10 or 15, and I will take a picture when it's done.
Yep. And this right here, just toss it.
Yep.
Y'all be safe. Have a good evening.
Be safe. Have a good evening.